Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. This is Connie with Prairie Paper Crafts. Hey everyone, I'm really sorry about my voice. I have just gotten some, health updates and hopefully it will get better. Getting to the bottom of my quote-unquote respiratory issues and finding out what's all wrong. So we'll be going back soon to get an update. So bear with me on my voice. I am very, very sorry. It's very difficult to breathe right now. But I had this layout started. I had given a sneak peek on my Facebook page. And so I wanted to get it done. It's been a busy week with medical appointments and whatnot, and all the craziness at work with this virus and everything. So thank you for being patient. Do want to let you know that the pieces I'm using, other than the photo mats, we'll take those away. They are from, it's a Fox Flying Kite from Little Scraps of Heaven Designs. I also used the grass border from there and the wavy scallop border, I think it's called. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and get started though. I don't know how long my camera will hold out. I do want to let you know this little border here, this blue, was a border I received from Lisa in a bunch of borders, and perfect for this. Thank you very much. I'm going to get my pieces out of the way. I've already inked all the edges and done my detailing because, as you well know, that takes me quite some time. I do have the gingerbread, the Easter gingerbread people, those two pieces from Little Scraps of Heaven Designs. I have them cut out and inked. I hope to be able to get a video done showing you how I put them together. They are the cutest things ever. But then I love gingerbread, so that makes a difference too. What I'm doing here is I've started with a 12-inch, a 12-inch square piece of light blue cardstock. That's, again, 12 inches, and then this is approximately 11 7/8. I cut the wavy border and the grass as large as I could. I used a 12 by 24 inch mat, but I never guesstimate exactly where the Cricut is going to start cutting. Usually it's about 1/4 of an inch. That's not always the case. So that's why I say this is approximately 11 7/8. And excuse my glue up there close. I need to get new glasses, and until my medicine gets straightened around, it's absolutely of no use. And I apologize for my absence here recently. I did have a move. I moved apartments, and then being sick, I had influenza A, and then all this other stuff started coming out. So it's been interesting the last couple of weeks. I'm hoping things settle down health-wise too. Sorry, I'm looking for a bone folder. I just need some relaxation. And I have a couple of pieces I'm going to be getting sets done and getting sent out. So if you've been waiting this weekend, I hope to get some extra stuff done and get stuff out in the mail. It's just, I am so sorry. I did this layout when I really wasn't feeling well, just to perk me up. And it was, at the time I did it, beautiful, beautiful weather. Now we're back to, I look out and It snowed some overnight. We were having such wonderful weather. Of course, it couldn't last. What I'm going to take next, this paper is also from, I think this is from the spring pack from Echo Park I got last year from Lisa that sent me the border. This top paper piece is cut at 1 1/8 inches. And then again, I just cut it to reach the end of my yellow piece. Sorry, my glue is getting to the end of the bottle, and it's and it starts to, like, drip out the top, because that's just the nature of that glue. So put this sideways so I can get it on it, and I'm just putting it at the top of the yellow, not putting it all the way to the top. I'll leave that little blue space empty. I may have to come back. I finally found my adhesive eraser. I'm finding all kinds of things I forgot I had. It's rather sad, but in a way it's okay. Like, kind of like Christmas all over, because I'm not buying anything new other than when I need adhesive. These are all 3 really different green colors, but yet they work together. I know it's kind of crazy, but if you look out, your grass, your lawns, unless you have a manicured, I will say that I'm not sure, the artificial turf lawn, no grass is the same color anywhere. And I really wanted to create some contrast and some shadowing, and your shadow is always the darker at the back. That's why I use this little bit different green. And then my other reasoning was I'm using up a lot of cardstock that I have, different colors and whatnot. Neither one of these are really, really heavy. They're more of a patterned type paper. I don't know if you can see there's a little bit of design. The green one did too. But they work really well for putting on. Sometimes you just don't have that extra layer, that extra bulk, unless you do like that. My scrapbook pages get so heavy I can't lift the scrapbook after a while, so I'm good with just the lighter paper, except for the background. I like a little bit heavier. And in this case, with it being layered, it's not necessary to have it super, super heavy. This also is going to just go to the bottom of the yellow, again leaving that little blue shadow or background piece, so to speak. I'm going to use my art glitter glue to put this on. I don't go every spike of grass. I think I'm just going to put this on and come back and tack some of them down. I want to get toward the bottom though, and maybe a couple on the end. That will just keep them on better. And this will go right at the bottom of the other green piece. If you don't have this cut file, you could certainly, if you have a border punch for grass, by all means you could use that. I do not. And so I just cannot use what I have. I'm not one to buy a lot of stuff. I'm big on using what I have where I can. That's pretty tacked down, so I'm going to leave that. The rest of the pieces I just need to kind of lay out a little bit to figure out where I want them. My son, bring this down a little bit. Sorry, I'm still getting my lighting and everything with, I still need to finish getting all my curtains and everything, so bear with me here. But my son I want down a little bit because I want the kite to be up above the sun a little bit. It's like it's really soaring quite high. And this is going to be kind of somewhere in here. And I want that tree just basically right at my edge here. And my fox, I don't have the arm and the hand pieces because it's going to be dependent on where the tail, not the tail, but the piece that he's holding on to for the kite goes. But my fox, I want way down in my bottom corner here. And then, again, my kite tails, I don't want to put on until I know kind of where my picture is going. But my kite is going to be up here somewhere. And I think I'm going to go ahead and put this, and I'm trying to think, yeah, it goes like this. I'm going to attach this to the kite so I kind of get an idea where everything is going. My voice really wasn't this bad yesterday. I worked all morning and I had a bit of a setback last night. So I tell you, it's been a challenge trying to figure out exactly how this kite, okay, that's good. So it goes way up there. These were cut from Cricut Design Space, and it'll cut out the brown piece so then it's just open where the green is. I just layered the green on the back. My little arrows are for the upper corner. That's where they're going. The clouds, to give you an idea here, I'll just take this little piece. They're only glued at the top, okay? So the picture can go right up underneath to fit in here. It'll hold very well a 4x4 photo. Both of them will. So that one, remember correctly, is going like this. This one is going with the cloud sideways. And this is a die, I think from, oh, I don't remember. Lawn Fawn maybe, I'm not sure. But again, it's just the very edge that I cut. And this paper is cut from the same paper back as that top border, if you're wondering. And I don't know how old it is since I didn't purchase it, so can't help you there. But what I wanted to do is kind of get my photo mats approximately where I want them, so I can kind of put everything else on now. So I'm going to start with the sun. I'll put that on. I think I'm going to use my beacon. This apartment is warmer, and I don't know if you've watched previous videos. I was always dealing with my art glitter glue, and even my beacon sometimes I would struggle so bad with the tips. Well, I'm having much better luck. My art glitter glue, even, it's amazing. It just works so quickly. And I just am amazed at the difference there. I'm going to put my cloud down next. I want to get my other pieces out of the way. This is just a thin piece of paper. I for some reason, I just did not want a white cloud this time. Wanted something a little different, because clouds are white and gray and, you know, different colors from when you see them. So I'd use a little bit different color. And I'm just going to kind of pop this on. This is really a preference of where you want it. The cloud, it can kind of go wherever. Next, I want to get my tree down. I am, excuse me. I lost my train of thought all of a sudden. Isn't that crazy? I hope everyone is doing okay and is safe and healthy. Like I said, I've been at the medical clinics and the hospital for tests yesterday, and it's just, I would not want to be a healthcare worker at this point in time. The gentleman yesterday that was doing my test said it was just crazy. He said it just can't imagine, and figured it would probably only get worse for a while, which I'm sure, but felt bad for them too. It's a lot to deal with. Okay, so I'm going to put my sun could have went down a little bit further, I see, but it's all good. I'm going to put my kite about there. It's really dependent on where that fox goes. You could do it all together. You could glue the pieces and the handle on before you put it down. I don't work so well that way, so again, I will come back and use my glue eraser here, take off what I need. And then how this works, I need my tweezers a moment. Find it in all my junk. So you have this arm is going to come here, and I might have to put my fox up just a little bit. That's okay. So it's going to come like this, and got my other arm here. So I'm going to put that on behind first. And then we have the little hand. Get this. Just trying to figure out where I want this arm, and then I'll come back and glue the fox down. For right now, I don't want to glue the hand down yet till I get it positioned where I want, because this glue, as you know, does not work. It doesn't have a lot of wiggle room, I call it. Get that out of the way. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on this string. I don't know about you guys. I never was very good at flying a kite. We never had a lot of space. I always lived, in town, and sometimes it was hard to find a place that you didn't have a lot of wires, and then it wouldn't be windy enough. It takes a lot to get a kite going, I know. So I remember trying. We used to always have kites when we were little, but yeah, not the easiest to do. All right. Pick this up and kind of get it. Oops, it needs to go on top of his stomach. So let's see where we can trying to make it so his tail is on over here. It doesn't go off the edge. That's what I was working at. Now I'm going to put a little bit more glue here on his hand. I make everything difficult, don't I? Then I'll, whoops, pop this hand on. If I put it on the right side, it would be beneficial. Excuse me. And the reason I didn't put the tail on yet, I wasn't sure exactly where I'm putting this. And so I want the tail to be, it'll go over the photo mat a little bit, but I'll just be careful while where I'm gluing. So I'm good with that, but I'm going to turn these and get my ruler so I can get it somewhat straight. I don't have a dedicated craft room anymore, and I'm okay with that just because it is just me. I don't, always have a lot of company, and people know that I craft, so I don't get too excited about it. But, so I have to kind of make sure I have things and stuff, but it actually works. This apartment, I think, will be a lot better in the long run. It's just getting settled again, because I literally moved on a Saturday, and by Sunday I was not feeling well, never knowing I had influenza A, and then by Tuesday found out I had, oops, gotta put that up a ways. I had influenza, and then that following Friday I was not any better. So the following Monday, my wonderful sister finally made me go to the doctor. She convinced me, and that's when other things started coming to light. So I feel like it's just been a whirlwind, and a crazy one at that. But hopefully get back to normal soon. I kind of want some of that tree to show up. I'm just trying to think if I want this, about equal distance apart. No, I'm going to put it a little bit closer to the kite. I kind of like having a little bit of that tree stump showing. So this was not my original plan for this photo mat, just how it happened to turn out, and it's okay. Where the green is, I tried blue in there, and it was way, way, way too light. It just, there was no color at all. So I ended up going with the green, and when I do that, I'll lay my papers on, and I'll lay it against my, let's see where I want this. I lay it against my picture, my photo mat, or my layout, excuse me. I'm so confused today. And it just gives me an idea of what colors work the best. So I initially had this with the yellow as the bottom mat and the blue on the top. I did not like it at all. With the sun and stuff, it just gives more of a yellow glow, and that's how I chose my colors, just to give you an idea. Now I'm just trying to figure out, okay, so just gotta go like this a little bit. So I'm going to leave the blue completely no glue on the blue. I put a little bit on here, and I just have it partway to the top here, and just trying to figure out where it's got to go here. So now I'm going to come back on the yellow butterfly and put glue just on this one edge on the top parts of the, so I just have glue basically right in here. And then I'm going to glue this little end of the tail down. Maybe. And then I have my pink bow to put right on the edge. That can get all glued down. And I'll turn it around again. Sorry about all the rotation. That is my finished layout. I will try to get a better photo either at the beginning or the end so you can see it better. Also, if you follow me on Facebook, I will put a full-size photo there. I am going to be listing this on my eBay shop for sale. If you are interested, I will leave a link down in the description box of this video. And I usually leave a link on my Facebook page. Again, thank you all for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope to be back soon.